Minardi Sim Sport. Circuit Superstars Racing.
Hello racers from around the world, this is Minardi SimSport again, and today I'm presenting you the second edition of Circuit Super News. Let's dive right in. Circuit Superstars patch V010 is out with some fantastic updates. Everyone questioning how dedicated Original Fire Games really is should have a clear answer by looking at the amount of updates, bug fixes and additional contents that we got in just a few weeks after early access launch. Let's have a closer look. Pretty much out of nowhere and unexpected for most of us, Circuit Superstars added another racetrack to the roster. Interstate, as it's called, is not your usual racetrack either. Located in the Grand Canyon, you get loads of Americana vibes with motel signs and a close-by Route 66 setting the mood. If you're afraid of heights, you may want to keep your distance off the fast curves where the racing line is just inches from the abyss. Fans of trains will be happy to hear you can race one on this track, and if I may suggest a car to do that, choose the Agitator. Never heard of that car? Well, that may or may not be because Original Fire Games literally just released this car as well in the latest update. A true powerhouse with a highly flexible suspension will require your full attention, or else you might just end up at the bottom of that canyon. You might think, wow, a new track and a new car, what a great weekly update this is for an early access title. And I would agree with you. But it doesn't stop there. Design and racing geeks alike will be excited to hear that even more new helmet and car designs have been added to the content pool. At this rate, you'll soon be able to recreate each and every driver and car of motorsport history. Gameplay and bug fixes have been high on the list too, all while adding new content for us. Let's go through the changelog. Time trials. Leaderboards now immediately display updated times. Next ahead and friend ahead ghosts now generally update immediately upon completing a lap. Times shown on leaderboards should now match the actual time of a ghost. The name and time of the chosen ghost are now shown in the fastest lap display in the HUD. The friends leaderboard no longer displays the leaderboard positions. AI improvements. During race starts, AI incorporates into the racing line less abruptly. Improvements to AI performance have been done on all cars. The amount of improvement varies depending on each car. They also changed the way AI difficulty gets tuned to increase the consistency of AI performance between car categories. They also remapped difficulties for AI and expanded their performance range per difficulty level. This change creates a wider variety of performance so players can progress through a difficulty rather than beat every AI or be beaten by AI all in a binary way. Implemented AI strategy. With this new strategy layer, the AI drivers judge the race duration and their degradation to try and find an optimal pitting strategy. This change makes it easier to find an appropriate challenge when racing against AI with degradation enabled. Degradation adjustments. Original Fire Games lowered the influence that wheelspin has on tire degradation and fuel. This change was introduced to bring keyboard and gamepad competitiveness closer during races. Consequently, this change makes it less effective to modulate the throttle during a race to save fuel, but lifting and coasting should still yield the same results as it used to. They also tuned fuel and tire degradation values and improved tire degradation calculations to better reflect load on the tires. This change will reduce the degradation cars would get when wheelspin was a result of an unloaded suspension. Other fixes. Rumble not switching off after a race has been fixed. Online standings no longer flip when two cars cross a checkpoint with a small distance between them, and they added bloom settings to the video settings. In terms of what the team is working on now, they listed 4 points of what they're working on now, as well as 4 points on what they will be working on next. Let's start with what they are working on right now. First of all, ongoing work on console porting. Second, foundational work for facilitating online play with friends. Then, new cars and tracks which are in development. And arcade mode design revisions. Those are the 4 things that they are working on right now. What they will be working on next is online synchronization improvements, so that we will not have any more teleportations or different situations on screens. Then player reporting, which I guess could mean that people who wall ride could be reported, or people who maliciously just crash people out of a race can be reported. Then they're investigating a bug in which the car selected is not the one in game, which you all might know already. Sometimes you have a Panther showing up, a GT Panther, and further bug fixing. So they are looking at all of our reports and they're doing bug fixes according to those reports and really check them out and see what is a valid bug report, and whatever is valid, I guess, they are working on. So that's it for Circuit Super News, the 2nd edition. Please like and subscribe or comment down below if you have any questions or feedback. It really helps me out with the channel, and each of your comments and each of your views makes all this work worth it. Makes me happy to do it, and I thank you sincerely for following my journey on YouTube. Thank you and have a nice day. See you on the racetrack. Minardi SimSport, over and out.
Minardi SimSport. Circuit Superstars Racing.